Howdy y'all. In this one here we broke out my old, never used electric auger that I got from Harbor Freight at one point years ago, but now we're finally putting it to use and we get it stuck. Got it stuck on a root there, so we had to pull that thing out of there and shimmy it out with the pry bar, and then I put a smaller auger on there to try to figure out what's going on. Yeah, and there was just a root in there, so once we got in there and got most of it out of the way, we were able to get that bigger one in there. And then I was going after a couple chunks there, figuring out how to get her done because I was trying to get at least 2 feet down. So yeah, I ended up taking the hand trowel to get the nub of the root out of the way and dig the rest of the way down and finish her off there with that auger. So that thing was pretty cool. And I made that before I put this little plumb bob down to mark where I needed to put this footer in. It was close, but no cigar. So you'll see me, I was kind of shoveling off a little bit to the, towards the house, and then taking that dirt and kind of trying to pack it up on the far side of the hole there, so I wouldn't have to use too much cement to get her done. And yeah, just decided to mix it in the hole, and don't know if that's proper or not, but I think it'll work. I don't use those cardboard tubes that Quikrete makes because I made a tube of a hole to me anyway. And so these, I'm just filling it up to the surface or just above, and then I'm putting in a little anchor, the U-bolt anchor thing. I'm not sure what those are called, but just wanted to get it to where those are going to be 4x4 posts going up above the roof to do a roof structure around the deck. And the deck's going to be 12 feet wide, or 12 feet, yeah, I guess it'd be 12 feet or 12 feet long, and it depends on how you look at it. So I'm spreading them out. I'm going to do 3 of those posts, so we went 6 feet apart. So there's one in the middle. That camera angle is kind of funky, so I decided not to videotape that one. So we just went on the outer one, and that one I decided to use the plumb bob first before I started digging the hole, and then just the way it was situated, I just ended up using my hand shovels and not my electric auger. But yeah, I think I used at least 2 bags of cement here, maybe 2.5, and then just mixed it in there. Yeah, it looks like about 2.5. So that 2 and then half of that one. So get her moistened up there, tamper down, and then we'll put another one of those little holders in there. Perfect, or close enough. And then I'm using my little laser level here, which I should have done in the first place, and then tape measure to go about as far out as I needed, and then I use that little foam piece to figure out where the outer posts are going. And again, for some reason, I can't remember if I think because I kept hitting those roots, that electric auger, I just didn't feel that it was fun to use, so I just decided to get a workout and use the fence post digger and a spade. And this, I don't have too many rocks in most of my soil here, especially in the yard part, so pretty easy to hand dig. And then you can see me dragging that foam piece over again because that was the only way I was able to see the laser level marks, and I think I do discuss that here in a minute coming up. But yeah, just going with 3 out here. And in the end, I think these holes are going to be needed to be moved because I'm going to do an 8-foot frame for the deck and then put the post out there. So I'm not sure where it's going to line up compared to these holes. It's going to be close. Might be a little before or a little after, but we will find out because the deck's going to be, like I said, 12 feet long left to right from here. But oh wait, first we got a little time out because baby needs her loving. Got to give all the kissing to the dog. She can't get enough of it, so we got to give her what she needs and then move on. But anyway, I'll just describe the measurements here. All right, so it's really hard to see the laser level, but we're trying to get a straight line over here. I probably should have done this in the first place when I was setting these instead of just using eyesight, but hey, we did what we did. But so we're on the corner of that far one, and it looks like we're just a little bit past this one that way by a smidge, but I had to do that because when we come over here, it's just a little bit in here. So split the difference, and when we put the 4x4s in there, we'll get them as lined up. You know, the 4x4 might be in this way a little bit on this one, and on that other one we'll stick it out just a tad, just to make it as square as possible. So not so easy to see in the sunlight, but this little styrofoam backer helps. So anyway, so now we'll figure out where to put the corner one over there. So anyway, there's that. And so we got those done, and then I just made these, I think I did 16 by 16 inch forms here to do my footers for the blocking on the deck posts, you know, the inner ones. And I did have to dig down, so it's like 16 by 16, and then there's just a ridge around the inside, and then I dug down about another 8 inches, because when I put these little the little U brackets, they have a bar that goes down a little bit more than 6 inches, so wanted to get those farther in and seated. And yeah, we don't have frost heave up here in the Northwest, so we don't have to worry about going too far down underground or making these too thick. But if you live somewhere, you know, Midwest, East Coast or something, or Canada or whatnot, and you got a lot of frosty temperatures in the winter, yeah, you're going to want to dig down at least 2 feet before you know, put your cement in there to put your posts in and whatnot. But don't really got to worry about it here. Some places have different codes, so if you're going to be doing this, check out your coding. And then anyway, yeah, so I just did the 3 blocks, and before I sunk these U-bolt post holders in, you know, I had that string line, so I got them all centered up, and then moved it out of the way so I could do the next one. And you can see that little post just there in the front of me to the right on the left of the screen. And I'll retie that string up before I put the next post in here, or, you know, the brackets, after I'm done putting cement in here. And some of them, I think I went with 2.5 bags for each one of these, and some of them came up above the form, some went just below, some are even, but I removed the wood after the fact, so no big deal. But anyway, all right, y'all, so there it is. Got it finished, at least this aspect of it, just putting the footers in. Obviously no deck here. Not sure when I'm actually going to get to it. It's the end of November, so not fun working out here. It's raining right now. It gets colder, and I don't have all the wood yet, and I'm out of money, so definitely probably have to wait till spring, unless I don't know, some of my cards for the big box, they give you a couple years free interest, so maybe I'll go that route, maybe not. But yeah, so got 1, 2, 3, 6 of these footers in. I didn't show you those, just showed you these, showed you enough of them. But yeah, just put the string in there to match up, you know, about the even sections for each one of those. So the beams lined up, I'll have 4x4s going up, sandwich 2x8s for the supports in here, and then these ones are just going to be outer supports for 4x4s to go up to support a roof over it. And the deck itself is going to be 8x12, but the 8-foot box for the framing for the deck is going to end right there. So when I put these up, there's still like a foot or so gap between here and there. So I'll make a little box on this side. So in the end, the deck will be about 9 feet wide. And if it matches up right here for the posts that go up for this side of the roof, then so be it. But if it's a little bit farther off, I might have to box that in. So it might be a little bit wider than 9 feet, but yeah, close enough. But definitely 12 feet that way. And then just some stairs going off the front end, or actually probably just be another ramp going out there just for the halibut. But yeah, so that's what we got going on here, and I'll bring it around the back side of the house here. And coming around to the back side, I did the footers for my back deck, and these ones were about 22 inches by 22 inches, maybe 24, I can't remember, I think it was 24. Made them a little bit bigger because this deck's going to sit a little bit higher up off the surface, and it's only going to be an 8-foot by 8-foot deck, which is why there's just 4 footers here. Yeah, I did that since you saw the other ones, and I might have enough wood to do this side. Might have to buy just a couple new 2x8s, but I think I have enough of the rest of it, and then used decking wood for the top. enough to do this one. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put a roof on it, at least not now. Probably later on I will, but we'll get to work on that. But that's what we got for now. And I do have these beams I'll use as some of these I'll use as the footer posts up there, but I need newer 2x8s because these ones aren't all that great. I want at least fresh new ones for that part of the build. But that's what we got for now. And yeah, I'm doing some fence work as well, even though I don't like working out here when it's cold and wet. But, you know, force myself to get out the house sometimes. So there we are, and hope y'all are doing well, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, y'all. Bye.